Dr. Nzimande, Esayidi. How did it evolve out of the old technical college system?
Hi, Johan. Your question is very interesting because there are many people who seem not to understand how technical college turned out to be further education and training colleges. What happened was the old technical colleges were made to merge. They were made to come together. There would be a college independently situated in the same area but run differently. So they were grouped together to form one institution. And there are 9 of them in the province. We, Esayidi Dr College, being one of them, having about 5 to 6 main campuses, and then small ones, which we call the CDCs, called, we simply saying they are called community development centers because they are in the rural areas. So basically, we have tried our best to stretch right through into the hinterlands of the rural area, starting from the area called Amanzimtoti, Adams, covering Mbumbulu, going more inland into Ixopo, going down to Umzimkulu, we have a campus also there, down to Kokstad, there's a campus, Harding, there's a new one that has started this year, coming back to Port Shepstone. So all these campuses fall under Esayidi Dr College. And that's a concept that started right after the merger in 2003, this 10 years ago.
Now, excuse my ignorance, is this only in KZN?
It's not only in KZN. All colleges were made to merge nationally, so that we now have 50 colleges in South Africa. As it is here in the province, we've got 9 of them, all merged in the same style and fashion.
Okay, tell us about the one here in Port Shepstone, the highlights, the good points.
The one in Port Shepstone here is the one that's more accessible. I would say more accessible because even those who are in the close by rural areas of this town are able to grab taxis and come to town, land during the day, do their shoppings around, and then go back home. In that way, it is accessible. But others that are in the rural areas or in the townships are not that accessible. And you'll notice that some of them will have accommodation next to them for students to use and then attend close by. But this one in Port Shepstone campus is the one that is more multicultural because it carries different cultures, as you'll understand the representativity of the cultures in South Africa. But all in all, even the programs that we have in it are not the same as the programs you'll find in any of the 5 campuses. We made this purposely so that each campus is known to have niched to a certain program so that each campus does not overlap or does not cause an overlapping that will make us to duplicate the same programs. So this one here does mechanical engineering, which means they are fixing cars, repairing cars mostly, though they are computers again. But all in all, it is niched along the lines of it going into skills that have to do with motor mechanic.
All right, now you already mentioned some courses. What other courses can students follow in Port Shepstone?
Okay. We have got 2 programs that are allowable by the government. It's NCV program, which is done by learners who have passed grade 10, who will then come and join us. And those who prefer also to come and join us, having achieved matric, are not stopped. Then we have NATED programs, Report 191 programs, which are done by people who have matriculated. And the NCV programs are run during the day, and the NATED ones, which I said or referred to as Report 191, are run in the afternoon. So it's like we're running 2 schools on the same premises on the same day. So these programs are divided into finance, HR, engineering-related programs, hospitality, tourism. A large number of them are found within here, and I do not think we will stop to variate them, to bring more, because seemingly we are not still as relevant in the area. The municipality and other entities similar to the municipality are still going to implement projects, and we are doing our best as a college to align ourselves in terms of skills with the projects soon to be implemented in a year, 2 or 3 years down the line.
Doctor, parents of children watching this video now, why do you think these parents should send their children to Esayidi?
You know, besides being rural would have less town-wiseness and influence. And I'm not saying we don't have negative influences in the area, but the culture of ruralness is more polite, is more less, or should I say less contaminated. And on the basis of that advantage, the parents will still prefer us. But besides, our lecturers do their best in the teaching. It's not just about lecturing, it's actual teaching, where you stand shoulder to shoulder with a learner to focus on the problem. And as evidence of that, we were rated in the province as a best performing college in terms of the results. And we then, after that, regrouped as lecturers and managers of the campuses to see what is it that we have done and done so well, and how are we going to sustain it. And for that reason, we have put in place interventions that ensure sustainability of all the good habits we have promoted, and even added more, which means the possibility that we may perform more or better next year is there. So we provide that environment also of making sure that our students, their potential is exploited, not badly, positively, for them to do their best. But besides, I think we're the only college that rounds up the character of a learner with a cultural part of a nuance. We do the singing, we do karate, we have a formidable unit for sports and cultural promotion. Besides that, we also have a unit that does cultural related programs as video editing, as in engineering, sound engineering, as in drama, as everything else, which you may not look at as something required for anybody to get future sustainability from. But we bring them in so as to round up the character of a learner.
Okay, now how do they go about it if they want to enroll? What is step number one?
Step number one will be to actually just walk into your preferred campus. You'll find someone who will be waiting for you there, who will assist you and even guide you through in terms of which subjects you may have to choose from as a result of the layout and the reflections of your certificate. But on top of that, immediately when you apply, you are told of the opportunity to also apply for financial assistance from the government.
When? Is that all through the year or at a certain time of year?
The better part and time to do it is this time of the year, because then there are no queues. The inflow is still manageable. Though we're writing examinations, but you'll still find someone who will listen to you. But then the human traffic starts very much early in the year, as in January, where you actually find queues. And we have been advertising right through the year, making presentations. We have a very well-capacitated unit of marketing in this college, and it's been doing its best to make sure that the college information is made accessible even to the person who is right in the road hinterlands. As we were asking, the better time really to apply is now, because then you'll be able to avoid traffic and even have an opportunity to access an advantage of a bursary.
Doctor, in conclusion, you've covered some of it already, but in conclusion, a message to students and parents out there?
The message is, whilst the opportunity is still there, Johan, that people are to get to learn or to get to access the college when the government is still saying there is finance to do so, people should therefore exploit this opportunity and make their best of it, so that when one day this tap gets closed, and then people are not made to feel guilty by act of omission.
Doctor, thank you very much. Thank you for your time.
Thank you very much, Johan.